Hey guys, it's Nick, and today I'm going to be talking about how to leverage AI to optimize your LinkedIn profile, to completely revamp it, and to fix all of those deficiencies that you have. Let's talk about it. I get a lot of messages about, hey Nick, how can I get this job? I'm having trouble, I'm struggling, I see a lot of people, I'm 8 months, 9 months, 10 months out of work, and the job market's tough right now. And truly, if you're not in the top 1% of candidates for some of these jobs you might be going after, you may not have a chance. And by that I'm saying, if you're not the ideal exact fit, you're going to have issues with getting the job. You may get the interview, but again, companies have the option of being very picky right now. One thing you can do is optimize your LinkedIn profile, and AI has offered new opportunities for us to leverage the skill set that we have and optimize our profile so that we can stand out amongst the crowd. And while applying for jobs and leveraging your network is still the best tactic and fastest route to getting a job, you have to cover all of your bases, and you never know when the opportunity to connect with someone who's looking for someone like you with the skill set will arise, and you need to prepare your LinkedIn profile for that. Also, having a completely perfect, best you can make LinkedIn profile is going to help you stand out when you are leveraging your network and someone looks at your LinkedIn profile. You're going to stand out, which is really important. AI is a great way to get some extra resources in there if you may not have the resources internally, you may not have the time, but let's talk about it. So the first step that some people might have access to, but not everyone, and the fastest way is getting someone who specializes in LinkedIn profiles. If you're looking for a job, talking to recruiters is absolutely the best route to figure out who's hiring and find people that are trying to make a decision. And those recruiters probably have relationships with people. So talk to a recruiter is your best bet, or hire someone or find someone on the internet that optimizes LinkedIn profile. And again, this works for job seekers, or there are also sales consultants that can help optimize your sales team's resource. Your next step is you have to have a clear plan and a role that you're looking for, and you have to compare the skills that you have with what you're portraying on your resume and your LinkedIn profile. Also, if you're a business owner and you're trying to optimize your sales team, obviously there are things within your company that you need to optimize for employee profiles, i.e. the sales team. You need to show your professionalism and talk about the types of projects that you've worked on. And I would also say optimizing your development team, if you're in the software section, would also be something, as potential clients are looking through your company's profile. But having a clear goal for the type of job that you want, the path that you want to follow, or the customer type that you're looking for will help to direct all of these next steps, which this step is critical, having that direction, having that target audience. What doesn't work here is if you don't have a plan and you're looking for just a higher paying job, you're a generalist and you potentially could not find the type of role that you are looking for. You really need to optimize your profile, so picking a direction for a type of job you're looking for is a step. When I first got into the professional realm, I jumped from the government side to the private side. I struggled with this, and ever since then, I've really honed in my profile, and I've gotten a lot more searches and messages because I'm not just some random person with a bunch of different roles. The next step is to complete your profile. This is super easy, and this is one of the first steps where we can leverage AI. Putting a profile picture that is clean. There are some really cool resources that we can use for AI for cutting out the background or putting a background and developing banners. Check this clip out. I'm going to show you 2 tools that you can make banners and really good LinkedIn profiles for.
All right, everyone, so now we're in the browser and we're going to look at a few things that you can use, some specific examples. So the first I wanted to talk about was optimizing your profile. When you're using LinkedIn Premium, you have a feature here for enhance your profile with AI. The first thing that we talked about is completing your profile, having a banner and a professional headshot. If you have a really good picture, but you want all of the background removed, there are AI background tools that you can use. Removal.ai is pretty good at it. It does cost. You can also do some of these options in Canva as well if you have a premium membership. You could also use the capture function and do a freeform snip, and you can cut around different images and then paste that over a solid colored background and do some work within PowerPoint as well, but this is also a really good tool, but there's pricing involved with it. So it's faster than just free forming it, but it is something that you can do. But having everything filled out that you can, and I still even have more things to put in here, but just having absolutely everything on point and filled in is going to help you stand out on LinkedIn.
But having a completed and branded LinkedIn profile is really going to show people who are looking that you're serious. Also, the words, the keywords, the things that you put in there are going to portray your image. Think of, especially for a personal LinkedIn page, branding your entire page for the type of person you are, the skills you have, and the roles you're looking for. Again, you can see here why picking a direction and a target, having a target, is crucial. The next step you should follow, and this is a premium option on LinkedIn, is having AI write your title, sentence, and your summary. And you can only do this once you've completed your profile. But if you have a completed profile and you need help writing those, or if you have one already and you want to optimize it, LinkedIn has a premium feature that you go into, premium features on your LinkedIn page, and I'll show you here in this video, but this optimizes the two parts of your...
Okay, so I wanted to show you a few of the specific examples that we talked about. The next one we're going to look at is premium features, and you can strengthen your profile or enhance your profile with the AI tool. It's going to write your headline section. It's also going to write your summary. Right, so I just added, you can view the original, this is what I had, and I had already done it beforehand, and obviously as you update your profile or add things, it's going to change what your sentence is going to show. So I'm going to skip that for now, and then the summary section here, we'll read through your entire profile and put some cool things in there. So yeah, we'll do this one for right now. But again, these are all things that you can do to optimize your profile for searches by recruiters or for other people.
Now that we've seen how to do it, again, this is going to help optimize your profile for search engine optimization and especially for recruiter searching. The next step you can follow is having AI write your resume. There are two things I think that you can follow. There are specific websites that will write your resume for you using AI, and you can use ChatGPT. If you have a resume that you've been working on for years, it may be cool to go in and have the service write you a resume. You can also hire someone here, but a lot of times resume writers will write a resume to make it look pretty, and really you're trying to write a resume that is going to match the skill set that you have and link you with the job you're looking for. But ChatGPT, if you just want to go in and prompt, I'll show you an example of that, but you could just say, write me a resume for a software engineer or an account rep, and then you can customize it from there. So let's look at that, and then I'm going to show you an AI tool, some AI tools that will allow you to write a resume, and it's a website service.
Okay, so the next thing, we're in ChatGPT, OpenAI.com, and prompts are a big thing when you're dealing with AI, and you can write an example resume. So I just wrote a really simple prompt, and there's quite a bit of work that has to go into writing different prompts for AI, but this was super basic. You would definitely need to add in more information about, I've worked 5 years for this company with this much experience. But what I would also say though is limit the amount of information that you put in OpenAI. It truly is open, so a lot of your information that you're going to put in AI, OpenAI, ChatGPT, will go into the system. It is an open system, so it learns from information that's put into it. So I always caution people from putting personal information into ChatGPT because that information could go quite a few different places. And I also say that you could use ChatGPT to analyze your profile or your resume, but I don't recommend uploading it. Maybe using this other tool from JobScan to upload your resume and have it analyze that way. What it does do, what JobScan does that ChatGPT can't, is it compares your resume and cover letter to a job description. So you have to have a resume where you can click and drag it right here, and then you want to upload your job description. So this is also really nice because it's going to help you optimize your LinkedIn profile as well once you get the job description scan as well. I caution everyone from using resume writing services. Make sure you know where your private information is going. Many of the searches that you get from AI writing resume tools, these places are registered in different countries, so just make sure you're aware of where you're sending all of your personal information to. The other thing I want to say is that, and I said it once, is that prompts are super important with working with ChatGPT. So there's tons of resources out there that you can use, and I'll put a link in the description for tools and services that you can use when it comes to prompts that you can use to help write resumes. The prompt is key, and training it and putting background information for ChatGPT is super important. So if you scroll down, I'll show you an example. So this is a really good example of prompts that you are working with when it comes to OpenAI or ChatGPT that you want to try and use when it comes to writing a effective prompt in ChatGPT to give it the correct instructions. But once you have a general shell, you can custom. The last thing I want to say is that when you do a search in LinkedIn Recruiter, not only does your name and picture show up, but your headline sentence, but then also a quick summary is linked there, and then your last 3 roles. So make sure that you've tailored quite a bit of your information on your LinkedIn profile to focus in on your key experiences being highlighted in those last 3 previous experiences, so that you can show up in the right searches, because it does search business, it does search job position titles. And certain recruiters, many recruiters will start with that and look for people who have had that job title. I hope this was helpful.
So now that you have that resume written, and I hope those tools seem useful, I would say you need to attach, the next step is attaching your resume to your profile. Again, you're optimizing everything and you're making it easy when someone finds a profile to find the skills that you have. The last step is to optimize your profile. So you may have to go back and use that AI tool to rewrite your title, sentence, and summary once you've done this. But the final step is once you have a resume that has all of your skill set, you're going to rewrite your entire profile so that your job descriptions, your summaries, and your dates all link up. You're also going to fill in your skill set, and everything on your LinkedIn profile needs to match your resume, because your resume is the skills you have, and you've optimized your resume to the type of job you're looking for. So the final step is, if you're a salesperson, your entire profile needs to show all of your sales skills. Another thing I like to do is find some JDs, some job descriptions of roles that I'm looking for, and use some online tools to analyze those job descriptions, or just use word summarization, word averaging, and figure out the keywords in those resumes and make sure that my profile has those keywords in it. Because when I, as a recruiter, go to search this tool or that, or this person or that person, right, I need to make sure that those keywords are in my profile so my profile matches up. Conversely, on the business owner side, your company page, also your employees, especially your sales team and your engineer team, if you're trying to connect those people with just outside resources, outside potential clients, you need to have those keywords in there. Search engine optimization not only works for your website, but also now with this billion people on LinkedIn, your LinkedIn profile absolutely needs to be search optimized with keywords that you think your potential clients or potential employers or potential employees might need on their profile. And that's why after you've completed everything, you need to go back through and revamp it based off of what you have put in your finalized resume. And I like to fill everything, because if you do that before you work on your resume, you may not know what you need to go back and change. You may not need to go back and know where to put all the information. So filling everything out, learning what's on that page and all the pieces of information that you need to have in there and then taking your final resume and going back and change it. It's that mindset, making that mental connection. And there's really no AI tools for that. It's just you working through, and you use ChatGPT to potentially summarize your resume, and that may help you rewrite your summary page. But all of these keywords, those job titles, your headline sentence, all of those things show up in recruiter searches. And I made a couple other videos about that your past experiences, your past 3 to 5 jobs show up. Really, last three roles show up, and the keywords a lot of recruiters search for are potentially job titles. So if you're looking for a sales rep and you don't have sales rep in any of your roles that you worked at, you're probably not going to show up in the search. So it might be also important to put it in the summary, which also for each role, which also helps. This is a great place for employers and employees alike to utilize AI here. You can use AI to scan job descriptions and create summaries. You can also use AI to scan your resume to help find keywords, and then also use AI as an employee looking for new roles to scan job descriptions to then figure out those keywords to make sure that your profile matches those. There's also some really cool tools like JobScan where you can scan job descriptions and compare it to your resume and make sure that your resume is a good match for that job description you're looking for. I hope these tips help for both employers and employees alike. Please let me know in the comments or descriptions, or if you're watching this on some other platform, message me if you'd ever like more insight. I can share my thoughts with it. I love helping and analyze LinkedIn pages, and if anyone needs help finding employees, there's a really good resource pool out there, and the company that I work with really helps to connect good talent with great employers. So message me, let me know. I'd love to work with you. I really appreciate your time and attention, and I'll catch you on the next one.